Howdy folks, welcome back to Langton Creek Farm. Appreciate you joining us here on this video. A little something different for you here than our normal content. This is a trip to Stone Mountain State Park. This is the one in North Carolina, not Georgia. We took over the Memorial Day weekend. This one here is located in Allegheny and Wilkes counties. It covers over 14,000 acres. And of course it's named for this massive granite dome that's exposed. There's over 180 miles of hiking trails, and we'll show you some of those here in just a moment. There's even rock climbing if you care about that. There on the face of the granite face, they say there's 20 miles of trout fishing. But you got to be careful with that mountain trout. They got all kinds of rules and regulations about seasons on that, so make sure you do your homework on that. And then there's the tent and RV camping sites that you can use. It was officially registered as a natural landmark in 1975. First settled in the 1700s by Scott Irish, German, and French families. And these were hardworking, self-sufficient farmers. By the mid-1800s, there were schools, churches, and even a post office that was built in the community there. The Hutchinson Homestead that you can now see here at the summit, at the base of the summit, is some of the originally founding families. The farm here and most of the buildings were restored in the 1980s. This here is a bronze plaque that is recognizing Stone Mountain as a registered natural landmark. And the day we were there, it was really foggy, or I guess it could be low clouds. But we'll come back to this area here later on. Now here is a map of the different trails that you can hike. We parked at the lower trailhead and we took the orange marked trail past the homestead and then down to the blue marked trail to try to see if we could get to the waterfalls. All along the trail there's bridges that cross the creeks, and you can see here in some of the pictures that there are ways to cross through the creeks as long as the water's not up too much. But for the most part, these trails are level. They're gravel or some type of sandstone, probably making them easier to walk. But it's very clearly marked trails with the colors, and you can see signs that direct you all along the way. The orange trail is marked on the legend here as strenuous. And the blue trail is moderate. Now take that however you want, but I can tell you, I knew I was out of shape. Now we probably walked at least 10 miles that day, so I'm sure it seemed like it was a lot more than strenuous to me. I could tell afterwards. But so you get here to where the middle and the lower fall trails split. And getting down to the lower falls is just a little bit more than just walking on those nice level graveled trails. But thankfully the routes here provided us some nice steps to get down and then back up. And here is where the lower fall trail ends and it turns into the horse trail. Now if you've got a horse, there's a separate parking area for that, and you can find it on the map if you want to bring your horse and go riding on the horse trails. But then we walked back up to the middle falls, and although it's nothing like the main falls that we was really wanting to get to because they're closed, we found that out when we got there, that it'll be reopened later on this year. But it's still a nice area to sit a spell and kind of relax by the running water. And now we're coming back up out at the base of the summit here at the homestead. The fog has started to lift and is starting to clear up now. Placed all around the homestead are these informational boards that tell you all about the homestead, the families, the community, and about the buildings and everything that's located there. Here is the barn, and here underneath the lean they've got some of the equipment that they may have used. I can just imagine using that equipment today in the garden. Here's their storehouse where they stored their food. And this one here talks about the community of Stone Mountain. Basically what I was speaking about at the beginning of the video. And now this one is about the history of the Hutchinson homestead. And this is the main house. And when there's a ranger on site, they actually have it opened. And you can go in and look around at the authentic furnishings that they put in. This is showing what they gardened and how they preserve their food. Really interesting to read this, and also how they use the plants that grew wild all around the surrounding forest there. Now here's a garden area that they, not sure if this is where the original site was or not, but this is an area that they have fenced off. They had used trees that they had cut and made a fence out of them. Nothing really there except for weeds that are growing up and maybe some blackberry canes. Now there is a handicap access if you drive down the gravel road beside the parking lot area from the lower trailhead, and right down below it is a 1 hour parking area there as well. Hey, here's a short clip of the trail that you can take in the woods, or the road. You can walk up either one from the parking area. Now here is the summit trail from the parking lot area, and if you don't mind steps, go for it. But we did it once and my knees just can't take the steps like a regular trail, so we did it years ago, and we usually go to the summit from this other area that we're going to be going it to. So then we get back in and we drive back up to the upper trailhead parking lot. Now this is the one that we like to use to hike to the summit. You come to this old chimney here, and this is where the trail splits, and one goes to the falls, and they've got it all fenced up here. They've got signs everywhere saying that it's closed. And then you go to the right here to go up to the summit. And again, these trails here, nice level, but they soon lead to these more granite trails here. So you get to these areas and you're like, okay, we've got to the summit. And well, no, not yet. There's several spots like this that kind of give you a false sense. Oh, okay, we've made it, but you haven't. But they are a good area to stop and take in the views. Great views. Grab you a sip of water before continuing on. Now, even on these exposed granite areas, they have the orange trail markers painted on those areas to try to keep you on track there. All right, so now we're getting a little closer, and now the climb is going to begin. The trail has now started to switch back all the way up to the summit. And eventually, reaching the summit, you're greeted with this elevation marker of 2,305 feet. And you know you've reached the summit when you step out onto this namesake granite face. It's magnificent. And here are some pictures, some short videos of looking over the side of the granite face. I mean, you're up there with the birds for sure. Well, that's our trip to Stone Mountain. If you're around the central North Carolina area, it's about an hour and a half drive or so. It's well worth the visit if you've never been. If you just go for a day of hiking to the summit, or hopefully to the falls, the main falls, once they'll be open later in the fall, hopefully, it's definitely worth the trip. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, let us know if you've been to Stone Mountain and what you like about it. And if there's other places that you like to go other, than this, leave that in the comments as well. Maybe it's something that we can add to our go-to list. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Y'all take care.